You are welcome, your regular host, Professor Samuel Stephenson. I hope you are doing good. Very cool. Okay. Welcome on board. Williams, you are welcome on board. Well, I want to share with you an important message I titled How to End Killing. How to End Killing. And I believe this is a very, very important topic that I want to deal with today. The present situation in the world today, the genocide that is ongoing here and there, all is traceable to the quest for power and money. But to my mind, I feel the solution to the killing is here. One of the major means we can end the killing is by spreading abundance. We can end this killing by spreading abundance. I want to use the example in my country here. In a nearby state to my state here in Nigeria, over 200 to 300 people were killed in one day by the Fulani herdsmen, all in the name of trying to protect their territory. The natives are agrarian people, they are farmers, and then the herders, that is the Fulanis, they are cattle rearers. So when the cattle rearers come into the farm, they will graze on the farm, eat up everything that the farmers have borrowed money, taking loan to cultivate. And then the military, the police, and other security agencies are colluding with the Fulani herdsmen. The reason is because at the moment, all top security officers in the country are under the control of the Fulani ethnic groups in Nigeria. And so, virtually every other ethnic group in the country are under threat. And why is this so? Because these are the powers that be. They control the politics, they control the economy, they control power. But I see TBC as a game changer. TBC is actually coming at the appropriate time to change the game. And how do we change the game? Is to change the rule of the game. And what is the rule of the game I'm referring to? I'm talking about abundance. I am sure these herdsmen that are killing our people here and there are doing so because they are interested in protecting their businesses. And the local farmers who are defending their own businesses, their farms, before they angered the Fulani herdsmen, are also protecting their own businesses. All is about what? The power of money. So how TBC is going to change the equation is that by the time we distribute this abundance and everyone have more than enough, I don't think we will be killing each other for food. We will no longer be killing each other for food. In fact, what we'll be doing will be spreading happiness. Okay? We'll be spreading happiness. So the solution to this killing is actually to spread the good news of abundance. Over the years, the elite have taken advantage of scarcity to control the destiny of humanity. But this time around, humanity will be restored back to its original purpose for creation, and which is to dominate, to control, to subjugate, to rule, to manage the universe. So, if man is created to manage, to rule, to lead, and to guide the creation, man is not meant to kill another man for survival. Today, the challenge facing the entire world is that so many people are living on the blood of others. In other words, the blood of other people is actually what some people are feeding on. When it comes to politics, for instance, in my country, Nigeria, I'm using Nigeria as a case study because everything you are looking for in Nigeria, in the whole world, Nigeria is a miniature of it. That is, if it is bad politics you can think of anywhere in the world, if you come to Nigeria, you don't need to look for any other country, you will see it. If it is struggle for power, okay, in fact, it is adjudged that Nigeria is one of the most religious countries in the world. And yet, we are still being adjudged as one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Not only that, recently there was a report about a week ago that says Nigeria is now the new headquarters of global poverty. Can you imagine? And Nigeria is the 6th or the 8th largest producer of crude oil in the world. So how do we reconcile all this? The reason for all this contradiction is that a certain group of people, the elite, mastermind the whole thing, they controls everything, and the rest of the humanities are left with nothing. And so this gives rise to the killing and the massacre we are seeing all around. It is deliberate. It is deliberate. Okay? This is deliberate. But as we spread the abundance through TBC, everyone will now hold the dignity of the human life. Human life is secret and is not permitted. In fact, no one is permitted to take the life of another person. Okay? No one is permitted to take the life of another person. And so if you are living on the blood of other people, their blood will soon start judging you. And the first judgment that they are going to receive is that these people that they have been controlling their lives by giving them peanut, we are bringing liberation to them. Everyone that joined the TBC community is liberated from the control of the wicked elite. Permit me to say this, that the elite themselves are not fully aware of what TBC is doing yet. In fact, some of them laugh at us. They say, these ones, what do they think they are doing? Until we take them by surprise. Because, for instance, in Nigeria here, when the authority speaks about cryptocurrency, they only make reference to Bitcoin. And I tell them, I say, no, they don't even know that the father of all of all cryptocurrency is the TBC. Because every other cryptocurrencies put together, their value is not up to half of the value of TBC. I'm talking about all the cryptocurrencies put together. So that is why I say TBC is the father of all cryptocurrencies. So when we come on board now, you are going to see that the whole world is going to change. And I am happy that this change is coming at a very critical time, where we are spreading this abundance from different parts of the world. But especially those of us in Africa and developing countries, ours is the best, because we are in a very critical situation before this abundance news broke to us. So this time around, I want to take you in to know that actually what we are doing is very, very important to sustenance of life in this world. Life is sacred. That is my reference point today. Life is sacred, and no man is permitted to take the life of another man for food. So instead of you living on the life of other people for food, we are inviting you to come and join the TBC community and live the life of abundance. Come and join the TBC community and live the life of abundance. You don't need to live on the blood of other people. Is that okay? You don't need to live on the blood of other people. Now, having said all this, I want to turn to members of our community and address you to let you know that what we are doing in TBC now, the phase we are in, the phase of distribution of this abundance, is almost coming to an end. What I mean by that is that as the TBC economy stabilizes, then the abundance will begin to flow out. But at this stage, we need to do our best to do whatever we can to be able to distribute this abundance so that we can have even an equal or stable economy. If we are still going with the mind of scarcity and we say, okay, let's hold this coin for ourselves, you are not helping matter. That is why we need to understand the vision or the mission of TBC, which is to end poverty globally. So if you are having 5 people within your community that are TBC members, and the rest of your community, maybe you have about 1 million people in your city, and only 5 of you are members of TBC, you have not helped the matter. Okay? Do your best to make sure you spread this good news. Well, I'm sure that there are some people now, especially in Africa, that are still doubting the authenticity or the genuineness of the cryptocurrency. In fact, anything online business at all is so, I call it, it's like a joke to so many people in Africa. And the reason for this is because of their past experiences about some online businesses, some Ponzi scheme, MLM, and all that. But you know, we have an adage in our local parlance that says, if you close your eyes because you don't want to see an evil man, when a good man will pass, you will not see him. And so, all those things that have happened in the past could be the evil man. Now the good man is passing. The Ponzi scheme, in fact, the major problem we faced at the beginning of spreading the good news of TBC was that TBC came at a point that MMM was crashing in Nigeria. And so the news was so ripe everywhere, everybody was crying and wailing about MMM. And then we started spreading the good news of TBC. I think that was in 2016. As MMM was crashing, TBC was coming. So nobody was ready to listen to us because they were all mourning and wailing about the crash of MMM. So many people have lost so much money. In fact, I was doing a presentation to the traditional rulers, okay, to the traditional rulers in our area here, and one of the kings, one of the chiefs told me that he invested and lost 7 million naira in MMM. And so he cannot venture into TBC anymore. So I told him in that place, say, look, remember our adage that says, if you close your eyes because you don't want to see an evil man, when the good man will pass, you will not see him. Who knows whether that MMM could represent the evil man in that adage, and TBC is representing the good man, which you are closing your eyes and he is passing. So why don't you open your eyes and just peep, peep at the good man that is passing. And very soon you will forget about your experience with the evil man. In fact, when the Mavrov, the founder of when the founder of the MMM died, there was celebration here in Nigeria. There was celebration here in Nigeria because they feel that this person, they feel that this person have eaten up their money. But what they fail to know is that Ponzi scheme has nothing to do with what, it has nothing to do with the founder. It is a system that you have to rob Peter to pay Paul. Ponzi scheme is a system that depends on the inflow of new members. As long as new members stop coming in, new income stop coming in, everything will crash. That is how it is designed. But when you come to TBC, I want to let you know that this has nothing to do with MLM. It's not a multi-level marketing. When they will tell you that your success depends on the number of people you bring in, the number of downline or whatever. Though we have a similar structure, okay, but they are not the same. So you should not confuse the MLM system and the TBC leadership matrix. We are spreading the news of abundance. The MLM system, the Ponzi scheme, all are spreading the ideas of scarcity. And that is why the system is designed in a way to rob Peter to pay Paul. But we are in a system that spread abundance, that everyone in the system has to be living the life of abundance. Everyone in TBC, the least you can be in TBC is to be a millionaire. Are you getting what I'm saying? The least person in TBC is a millionaire. If not, all of us are designed to be, billionaires. And so, if at all you want to be a billionaire, then join the TBC community today. Okay? Join the TBC community today. Now, let me say this. As far as the TBC is concerned, within this period of wealth distribution phase, it is our responsibility to keep on promoting, keep on spreading this awareness of the abundance-based currency to the entire world until everyone has come to hear about it, so that anyone that does not take action now will not be held responsible. No one will say, something is like this and you didn't tell us. No one will tell us like that. But what I want you to do is this, very simple. Keep on spreading the good news. By tomorrow, I'll be holding a seminar, inviting people from different parts of the states and other parts of the country that are going to join me in a hall for a seminar. Apart from the online seminars I am doing, I also hold live seminars in the hall where I bring people together, both new and old, to teach them about TBC, spreading this good news. And I want to encourage other members to do the same. Look, you don't need to be an expert like Randy Wilson before you can talk to somebody about TBC. In fact, the best thing you can do is to start from where you are. What do you need to do? Number one, TBC is an acronym for the billion coin. To somebody who is new and doesn't know anything about the billion coin, and you tell him TBC means the billion coin. The billion coin is a cryptocurrency. It is the first abundance-based cryptocurrency that is out to end poverty globally. In fact, all you need to do is to register. Membership is free. Pay your wallet fee of $10 and then keep the 25,000 kringles that is given to you. You can make purchase in addition to that and keep it and continue to appreciate, and then you will be able to redeem the cookie reward during redemption time, and that will be spendable in the moment you redeem them. And so with this now, you are already spreading the good news of the abundance-based currency. That is what we are referring to as TBC. So you don't need to be a technician or very technically educated person before you can spread this good news of TBC. Start from where you are. You can tell somebody, well, I've heard something like this, but I don't know much about it. So you can bring him or her to somebody who knows much about it and be able to educate that person. It is very, very important. So whichever way you can do your own. Now, let me give you an example of what happened to me. How I got to join TBC was that I have a friend of mine who traveled to our state capital and then heard about it from his brother. So he now came to me and asked me, he said, Prof, have you heard about TBC? I said, no. I said, what is TBC? He said, well, his brother told him something about it, but he didn't know what it is actually. So he said that since I am a researcher now, he wants me to do a research about it and then let us know what it is. So he gave me the website, the www.info, which I browsed. That was my first encounter with cryptocurrency and blockchain in general. In fact, I've not heard anything about cryptocurrency before that time. And so after browsing the website, that was my first contact with cryptocurrency. Then I went for further researches in cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, advancement, and all that. Then I came to this conclusion that this is a genuine adventure. So later on, I called that friend back and said, well, what you asked me to research about, I have concluded my research, and this is a genuine adventure that one need to venture into it. It is welcoming. And we started. In fact, I registered and then registered him and his family and my family members and all that. And that was how I started spreading the good news, holding seminars and workshops here and there. You see? Now, the example I want to give you from this is that this person who introduced me to TBC is not educated as such, and himself is not technically sound to be able to carry out the necessary researches about advanced technology like the cryptocurrency. I must confess that cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is actually advanced to a layman's understanding. So he may not be able to do all that is needed, but he did something that I want to encourage you to do. He brought it to me because I am technically sound and I can carry out researches and then be able to verify whether this is authentic or not, which I did, and it worked out. Today, he is also one of the leaders in TBC as we speak. So you can see the good news here. You may not be that good technically, but you can bring people to someone, link them up to your leader who is good and will be able to carry you along. Okay, will be able to give you better clue, better understanding, better training and guide on how to succeed well in TBC. Okay, so what I am trying to achieve in this broadcast, in summary, is that we can only end the killing and the destruction of lives and properties in the world through the spreading of abundance. For instance, during political campaign in my country here, young people between the ages of 12 and 30 years of age are mobilized with guns, with matches, and all other dangerous light weapons to go and attack their opponents. But these politicians that mobilize these young people to do so, their children are not part of those they mobilize. Their children are schooling in abroad. But these ones don't have access to education. Even those who have access to education, they don't have access to quality education. You know, it's one thing to be educated, it's another thing to be educated qualitatively. Okay, these ones who don't have access to quality education, even after they have graduated from universities, many of them cannot construct good sentence in English. Okay, and English is our lingua franca in the country. Many of them cannot even do simple analysis. Many of them cannot even define their subject of study in the university. And they graduated because, let me tell you this, you don't need to blame them. Let me say this before I move on. You don't need to blame them. The reason is because in our university system, for instance, the school will be on strike for a period of about 3 to 4 months. They will resume. After resumption, they will tell them 3 weeks after resumption, they are going for examination. And after the examination, they will go. Before they resume, another strike will enter again. And so for a period of, let's say, a course that somebody is supposed to study for 4 years, this person will end up spending 6 to 7 years before graduating from the university. And within these 7 years, he has not spent up to 2 years in the classroom. Okay? So what do you think the country is producing? And this is a deliberate attempt to frustrate the common man not to be able to have quality education so that they will not be able to challenge them tomorrow. Meanwhile, the elite, their children are schooling in US, in UK, in Italy, in Germany, in Canada, in Australia, and some in Saudi Arabia, Jerusalem, Cyprus, and other Malaysia. Their children are there. They will graduate from there. They will go and celebrate them. They only show us on TV how their children graduate with first class from those universities abroad. But how many of our young people will be able to afford it? And so the only thing they do is that when election comes, they buy weapons and then mobilize our young people, arm them, and then give them the weapon to go and destroy their opponent. And then in the process, the opponent will also arm his own. And at the end, these innocent young people's lives are destroyed. Okay, that is what is obtainable here. But I am seeing that the solution is already in sight. And how do I mean? By the time we share this abundance, I am sure none of them will be able to sacrifice their life for the peanuts that the politicians are given to them. So let's keep on spreading this abundance, and then we will end the killing. So if there is anything you are going to hold on to from this live broadcast today, I want you to go home with this: spreading the abundance of TBC, ending the killing worldwide. Tell somebody we can end the killing by spreading the abundance. I want to say it, and I will say it repeatedly. Let's end the killing. Let's end the destruction of lives and properties by spreading the abundance of TBC. Thank you for joining me on this live broadcast today. I am Professor Samuel Stephenson, one of the TBC leaders from Nigeria. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you some other time. Bye.